Welcome back, everyone, and welcome to the North Island of New Zealand.
Ooh.
Yeah, one of the places we almost didn't go to or didn't spend that much time until we both realized that Hobbiton is actually in the North Island and not the South, and therefore we absolutely needed to go because that was on the bucket list.
It was on the bucket list. It was almost the motivation. Maybe not Hobbiton exactly, but Lord of the Rings as a genre, if that makes sense.
Needing to go to Middle Earth, essentially.
Yes.
And so that'll be a big theme as we go through the North Island. And starting with pretty much Hobbiton as we landed, it was one of the first things we did.
Yeah. I had high expectations for Hobbiton, and I would say they were met.
Oh my gosh, yes. And we got very, very lucky because of COVID and, again, the country reopening and our whole spiel of not having too many people around us. It was the same thing in Hobbiton. So we weren't overly crowded with, groups leaving every 5 minutes like they would normally.
Yeah.
And so even though we were in a big-ish group, like one massive Greyhound bus load, they said that the capacity was way less than before. So as you can see from the footage, there's you could glance at the scenes of the Shire without having a lot of different tourists around.
Yeah. And they've done such a good job, I think, of kind of preserving the magic of what you see when you watch the films. And I don't know, it's very cool to, I guess, they basically kept it as a live set, right? Like it's, there's gardeners there every day making sure that it is, the quality of Hobbiton is as if you're ready to film, the next day. So that was really cool. All this to say, definitely worth visiting Hobbiton.
Great fun.
In the Shire. Eating some meat pie.
Ends with, kind of going into the little tavern where you can buy some food and they give you a complimentary drink. So that's always kind of like a fun surprise where, boom, you just get a nice beer or cider. So anyways, we loved it.
And it was also a lovely day.
Yeah.
No complaints there. We had a great time.
Yeah.
Except, I will say the souvenirs were crap. I wanted to buy something like they had. I was willing to buy something, and the branding was just horrible.
Yeah. And then after Hobbiton, we stayed in Rotorua for one night.
Yep.
And I think we did actually a pretty good job of, with a very limited amount of time, hitting up the main things to do in Rotorua, which is, one, going to the city hot springs. So Rotorua is, so much of New Zealand is on top of active volcanoes.
Yeah.
And that is true for Rotorua as well, where it's not necessarily a volcano, but it's hot springs everywhere. So we were in a few of those and walked around some gardens with that. And then right beside the active hot springs is a redwood forest, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yes, Will was like, we must go for a walk. Honestly, I was grateful for the change in air because what Will didn't mention is that all these natural hot springs smell like sulfur, rotten eggs. Like you breathe it in and that your body immediately knows you're not supposed to be breathing in too much of it. And it felt toxic. Like I felt lightheaded within minutes of being near that smoke. So being in the redwood forest was nice.
Yeah, we did make the mistake one day of eating lunch outside in or by the hot springs, and it's like, this is not.
I don't know how people get used to it.
It's not an appetizing smell.
So gross.
Anywho, we did want to end by swimming in a natural hot springs because that's something I've always kind of wanted to do.
I want to do it too. I want to do it in like a spa setting.
No. We had different opinions there. I literally wanted to do find totally natural, you just drive up to it, hop in the spring, hop out, and it's the whole experience is, rugged and free.
Yeah, Will went out because it was free.
So you park here. Not a lot of other people. Walk down this path. Not too far. And immediately come across a stream that is heated. I repeat, this is a heated stream. Look at this little place we found. Look how cool this is.
And that was the start of the North Island. Next up, we'll talk about our Tongariro crossing.
Mount Doom, woo!